These elves are ballin'!
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm playing Lathril, Blade of the Elves. If you play Commander, you've probably seen this before. Lathril is one of the classic, well, new classic, elf ball commanders. It's great when you go wide and have lots of elves, and makes more elves, which you can then tap to drain your opponent for life. Lathril does cost 4 mana, but thankfully elves are very good at ramping, getting you enough mana to play Lathril, and hopefully get enough elves that you can activate Lathril. It's worth noting, though, that in 1v1 Brawl, there's a lot of removal that people are going to direct at your commander. So, if Lathril is killed, you gotta make sure your elves can do the work, and they absolutely can. Elves in Arena have access to tutors, to buffs, to ramp, to landfall, to all sorts of cards, including some incredible new ones like Sutina, Speaker of the Tajuru, and Dionysus, Elvish Archdruid, and even Tyvar the Pummeler. These great finishers that help you grow your elves, get more elves, and, of course, get to the things like the End-Race Forerunners, the Nissa, and the Craterhoof Behemoth, the classic ways to end the game when you're playing elves. Lathril is a powerful commander, but when you only have one opponent, she's hard to actually get to deal damage or tap to activate. But that's okay. If your commander is a repeatably castable way to force your opponent to kill it, that is great because it protects your other elves from that removal, and it allows you to play all of the elves that we happen to have, and there are a lot of them in Arena. I think that this deck is fun, it's fast, and it lets you hoof your opponent. So let's take Lathril into the queue and start spitting out some elves. Plagon, Lord of the Beach. Is this the Starfish? It is. It's the Starfish Wizard. It's a big booty commander, by which I mean it likes it when your cards have a higher toughness than power. It's a nice and simple card. It draws you cards, and it will get you a way to attack with the butt. They're probably also running cards like High Alert in their deck, ways to enable their big booty fishes. Also, it's got wacky looking art. I mean, it's a starfish with a jellyfish on its head riding on a turtle. That's something, all right. Clone Crafter. They made a copy of something in my deck. Incubation Druid is what they stole from my deck. Hey, that works great for them, considering that they're a big booty deck. Just chilling with my critters, playing a couple elves. The Allosaurus Shepherd going to be gone. Alright, so that makes me feel they probably have a bunch of counter spells in their deck, since they prioritized removing, you know, the thing that stops counter spells. It also has this really powerful buff ability. Playing Giant Killer. So right now, if they play Plagon, they will draw 4 cards. That's pretty dang good. Boom, 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 boom. I'll exile your Path to Exile. Alright, I've got Tyvar, Lathril, because they have the potential 1 blue mana up, and again, they went to destroy the thing that stops counter spells. I'm gonna play Beast Whisperer. It's like that or Tyvar here. Once they put a land in their graveyard, that essentially enables this to tap for mana. Meticulous Archive and they Surveil. I love that, like, the threat of a potential wash away is enough to stop me. I know me. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Mana Confluence. They have a lot of mana. They could give 2 things booty attack, but I don't think that's... Or no, they could give everything booty attack. It's only 1 mana for it. I don't know if they'd want to, though. Charming Prince to blink Clonecrafter, maybe? It's a great card. Or to blink Plagon to draw more cards. Sure. Okay. Hey, wait a minute. Your booty is just regular size. This is a scam. Candle Trap. So Candle Trap does not stop Beast Whisperer's abilities, but it does prevent me from attacking with it. I guess they could also exile it, since they have a 0, 1, and 2 power creature. Which is to say a Coven. New Guardian, thank you for the sub, saying booty attack should be a new keyword. I agree. We cast Lathril. And she does not resolve. In fact, gives them mana. Okay, back here. Leaf Crown Visionary. Nah, I'm going for Tyvar. And pass the turn. I could Beseiju if I really need to. Ah, Flux. They're gonna draw more cards? Is this... Yeah, that's more cards. Their hand, full. My head, empty. Their mana pool, also full because of mana drain. Are they gonna go ahead and exile that Beast Whisperer? He has drawn enough for me. Dourport Mage allows them to put these back into their hand so they can keep using them, or keep using Plagon. Fateful Absence. I will tap the Deathrite Shaman in an attempt to save Tyvar. Oops. Oh, maybe they forgot that that's what Tyvar does. Tyvar does do! Clonecrafter, Giant Killer, and the Charming Prince all swinging in. Leaf Crowned Visionary. Does it land? I don't know. I feel like they are running a good number of just, like, Simicky spells. Okay, Visionary does not land. Or, sorry. This Visionary does not land. But maybe this one will? I could also go for, like, Kindred. But only X equals 2, which isn't that. I guess X equals 3. I'll try it. Hit the Scalding Tarn. This gets me just, like, the most elf. The most elf for my belf. We've got mana, mana, and then more mana. Guess I'll tack in. Elves! Yeah, it gets me closer to 10! Such a pretty card. Unfortunately, they have approached the amount of mana that is, well, they can just bounce on my stuff if they happen to draw it. Alright, they're putting Giant Killer back into hand, I assume, to kill Marwyn. Yep. I will tap her in response, make Tyvar indestructible, because why not? It doesn't make Marwyn indestructible. This is just me, like, saying, cool, if you have a way to kill Tyvar, no you don't. Well, she was a big elf. You see that it wasn't actually hurt. It's the baby she is holding just gets dummy thick. They debating attacking in. Enhance the booty of the Spell Queller! Let it do one more damage. It wants to. It craves violence. Just as I crave violence. One of the new cards, by the way, that can be played in these kind of like tempo-y decks is also Aetherize. And so long as they have 4 mana up, they don't right now, I have a healthy fear of Aetherize. Oh, Clan Caller. And swinging in with everyone. And they concede. Because Tyvar gives +4/+4. Is Tyvar the actual commander of this deck because Lathril just gets killed? Probably. Elves versus Elves. It's Tyvar the Bellicose. Tyvar buffs Elves up when they tap. You get to, you get to tap for mana and then make your creatures big. We were actually just talking about Tyvar in chat because as far as elf commanders go, he's pretty darn fun. He's in this deck too, since he gives you access to green and black, and he's great for tapping your elves for mana and then giving people the beat down. The bigger your mana tap is too, the bigger the elf gets to be. TheOnlyOrk. You think our opponent is actually playing Warhammer? Well, there's only one orc, though. That's fine. I can deal with one orc as an elf. This Tyvar with the new uncommon legendary elf. Oh my gosh, yes, that's going to be amazing. There's Dionys? Question mark? I might be saying its name wrong. Dionys, I think is a new 4-mana elf that came out in Jumpstart alongside a lot of other staple elf cards getting added to Arena. And that card is... I'm trying to think of the best way to put it other than, like, not so amazing. It's really good. It's very, very good. Dionys is right? Okay, great, thank you. I had to make sure. Dionys Elvish Archdruid. If you have elf tapping abilities, look, this Tyvar also has an elf tapping ability. It gives elves you control have, whenever this creature becomes tapped during your turn, you untap it and put a +1/+1 counter on it. Only triggers once a turn. But that does mean that you can tap your creatures to attack, or tap them for mana, or really anything else, and then do it again. I don't have enough to equip Lathril with the boots here, so I think I'm going to just go wide, building out the board with all of these creatures, and then I can swing in with Tyvar and Nissa. Now, if Nissa dies here, I'm actually kind of fine with that. She did what she needed to. She got me some extra mana, she found me an extra elf, and if they die, I get to draw a card. Yeah, they also have a Skemfar Avenger out here. Tyvar can be made indestructible, though. Preventing them from being as wide is also, I would say, important for us, because they're on the same strategy as me. Theirs has a little bit more to do with, like, tap for mana, and then give it the old punchins. Ooh, Defiler Vigor. That puts counters on everything and also can let you pay life instead of green mana. Nice. I'm trying to think if it makes more sense to just go for Tyvar pumping up the board here and swinging with everything. No, I want Lathril. Okay, Lathril's now in play and protected. And I'm just going to pass. And next turn, I'll have the pump ability on Tyvar. Remember, the more damage Lathril does, the more elves I get. Worm is also elf. Worm is also elf. I'm being asked if I've done any jumpstart commanders. I did Third yesterday. As in the horse commander. It's good. It's fun. So I could play Roaming Throne here. But I would rather animate a land. If you're wondering why, it's because now the highest power creature on my board is higher. Indestructible is a myth. I don't need that. I just need to swing with everything. Yeah, having a 4-power creature instead of a 3-power creature means Tyvar will be giving +4/+4, which makes generally the blocks much worse for my opponent. Also, if my forest happens to die, that's okay. I'm elves. We have more mana. There's always more mana in the banana stand. Lathril being double blocked. Makes sense. Tyvar, I don't think is blocking at all. Yeah, Lathril has menace, so you have to double block her. Using Tyvar to beef up the team. Yep, I just want to assign all that damage. And it's lethal. You'd have to block one of these two big boys to stay alive. And even then, you'd be left with an empty board. GG, Tyvar. Nashi, Illusion Gadgeteer, which, for some reason, got a buff. Yeah, I don't know why, but whoever at Wizards of the Coast was like, Sultai, good stuff needs to be more good. Give Nashi Flash. Somebody did that. So this is the Nashi that enters the battlefield and brings back a card from your graveyard to your hand, but does so secretly, making a copy of it and giving that copy Flash. Hello! I personally don't think that this card should have been buffed, and I think that it is okay to have this recursion on something with Flash, but if you're going to do that, it shouldn't be a 4-mana 4/4 with Menace and Ward 2. It should be something that's a lot easier to hit. Something that, like, yes, it has Flash, so it enters the battlefield. And then, before they go to blink it, maybe you can kill it. Yes, people in chat are like, wait, it has Flash now? It has Flash now. I see you too have an elf. This is an elf. Disciple of Freyalise. Not what I want right now. I think that they should make him, first of all, a 3/2 to me is like the right stat line. I think you keep his menace, but get rid of the ward. I think a 3/2 with this ability is still really good. But the ward 2 and being a 4/4 means he's very, very difficult to kill and protects himself, I think, a bit too well. Hi, welcome to I'm just sick and tired of seeing Nashi as a Sultai Ultimatum deck. Can it not be, please? Alright, they are exiling the land from their graveyard to get an extra mana. And Black Market Connections can get you card draw tokens, some of which are treasures, some of which are all creature types. I wonder if I want Black Market Connections in this deck. On one hand, it does make elves. On the other hand, do I need it? It would be fun. That counts for something. Well, I have gone wide in true elf ball fashion. Ooh, they paid the 6! Respect it, love it. The elves do be ballin'. Ballin'. And one of the things that this Nashi can do is recur counter spells that also either blink or clone Nashi to allow you to keep bringing back that same spell. It's kind of a frustrating game plan having like a turbo snapcaster that doesn't exile the spell, because you make a copy of the spell from your graveyard. There's also some blink loops with Nashi that allow you to recur extra turn spells, of which we have more now in Arena that can be recurred. We have Time Warp and Temporal Manipulation, I think is the other one. Yeah, you could also just use it to cast Mana Drain back to back. Hi, welcome to Nashi. So, yeah, I mean, I have so much mana next turn, which is nice to see. War Master has a mana sync ability. For 7 mana, I can give +2/+2 and Death Touch to all my elves. This is a great character, little guy here. Alright, they're marching on Lathril. I'm actually okay with that. She's good, but we can persist without her, or I could just, like, play her again. Let's see, so you tap for 6 right now. Do I need card draw? Not really. I'm going to play Dwinen's Elite, because this is going to give me 3 additional elves. So for 2 mana, I'm essentially getting +3 mana. Oh, right order. And we're chilling with the hopes next turn of swinging in with everyone. Yeah, I should have ordered those so I would draw a card. I forgot. They paid the 6 again. Now I cast Elf of Greed. Oh, I could pump up twice next turn. And remember, the more damage Lathril does, the more elves she makes. Also, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You tap 10 to do the drain. Cool. Smiley face. Again, it's Nashi Illusion Gadgeteer. The last one stumbled a bit, didn't seem to have quite the removal that it needed. So we'll see how this one does. I've got a Deathrite Shaman, so I'll be able to attack their graveyard. And I also have Haywire Might, so I can attack some things on the board. Just go ahead and shock that in, so I'm not paying life each time off the Llanowar Wastes. Nice fetch land you got there. Utopia Sprawl. Oh, they're ramping. Well, 2 can play at that game. I'll exile the Polluted Delta from their graveyard to get green mana. I'll play some green mana, and then I'll play Circle of Dream Druids. If I wanted to just, like, essentially bolt the bird, exile the Utopia Sprawl, I could have also gone for Haywire Might and taking that out. What's this? Ah, Tamiyo into an immediate Brainstorm to flip her over. Yeah, that's nasty. Okay. I accept the terms of my distaste for this card. So Tamiyo's plus, so my attacking in will do very, very little. This is free. Gets me another mana off this. I'm trying to decide if I just want to, like, go super wide here. I don't think Lathril's the right answer. As long as Tamiyo is in play, I don't think that's what I want. So I'm going to just bop Tamiyo for 1. Tamiyo. Yeah, Yeah, her +2 making less damage. Like, why isn't it a +1? Oh, cool! I love when my elves can't be countered. Gotta be one of my favorite things. Actually, I'm trying to think if I expect a counter spell from them here. Like, in general. Because I have enough mana to go for a turbo finale of Devastation. Or just, like, attack in here. X equals 10. Okay, so here's the good news. It turns out that having 4 lands and something like 18 mana in a turn is very good. GG Nashi. Gretchen Titchwillow. You guys know how I feel about Gretchen. I don't like Gretchen. There's an awful lot of just, like, commanders that exist that I'm so salty about. Sometimes for a good reason, sometimes just because I have spite towards them. Rusko. A very understandable amount of distaste. Gretchen. I just don't like her. Gretchen puts lands into play. Holds up mana for counter spells. It's usually a Simic Flash kind of game plan. And I'm very happy to have that Cavern of Souls down bright and early against them. I could either go for playing an elf here, or I could seize their things. I'm gonna take a look at their thoughts. Okay, so it looks like they're doing some big ramping on this one. This is actually not Oops All Counter Spells. Galta, Planar Genesis into the north, Overlord. I think I want to hit maybe Tome of the Infinite for its obnoxiousness, or Overlord for its eventual big boyitude. And this looks like the kind of hand I'm going to want to try to race, rather than do anything else. So hopefully I do get a land here. Good. It will be tapped, but still a land is good. Scry, that is also a land. That's good for me. I'll pop down the Woodland Champion. Bop for 1. I can play either Elvish Archdruid next turn, or Lathril, or Tyvar. Hey, Tyvar. Hey. I don't have any mana abilities right now, though. So I think I want to wait. Wait for, like, you to come out, and then do it. Somebody's saying Gretchen's like a Thrasios. Is that the partner commander? I feel like it is. One of those guys. One of them's guyses. I'm playing Lathril since I don't think they're going to go wide this turn. And if I could get in a hit with Lathril and like have Marwyn and stuff out, like 3 Tree City, first of all, will go off. And I love that idea. Alright, so now they have some blockers. They're not the best blockers, but they are in fact blockers. Do I think they'll block? I say they might, so I'm actually going to put down the Archdruid to give everybody a buff and swing in with all of them. Nice. Lathril hits. That's going to get me 3 more elves, which makes the Woodland Champion grow and makes the Archdruid tap for a lot of mana. Here we go. Thrasios, Triton Hero. Yeah, why are there cards that have partner in 2 colors? Thrasios and Timna. I'm looking at a deck right here. Oh, we win. What did they discover? Oh, pull from tomorrow. Well, X will be 0, or you can put it in your hand. GG. Yarok the Desecrated. Doubles enter the battlefield triggers. I have a kill spell here. I have Glissa, and I don't have enough mana to actually cast my spell, so I'm going to mulligan And this is a slow hand, but it's got some really good stuff. Like Craterhoof Behemoth. I know that, like, because I'm playing Elf Ball, I should oftentimes just, like, stick out every single game. Because there's always a chance that we could hoof. 3-Tree City, though it is real fun, not as good in this hand. So I'll throw that to the bottom. And how about another tapped land? Everybody's favorite. I could either play Glissa or Frailes. I'm going to go for Glissa. Glissa is really hard to deal with in combat because First Strike Death Touch. She also, if she deals combat damage, gets to draw a card, destroy an enchantment, or remove counters from permanents. All really nice. I'm being asked, do I like the new Jumpstart Foundation Commander that's mono black and mixed Ever Creature or Ragavan? Oh, I know which one you're talking about. Does it trigger for each creature? Or does it only trigger once a turn? I don't actually remember. Speaking of triggering once a turn, Zionus! Very excited about this card. Gives my Glissa pseudo-vigilance and made her bigger. Yeah, I think that the Jumpstart Foundation commanders that makes your creatures steal and make a treasure, it's nice because the steal is more permanent. I think it's alright, but it only steals once a turn. If I'm remembering right, it only steals once a turn. I'm just gonna swing in with these guys again. This time Dynus gets to go into. Triggers for itself. They're blocking Glissa. Very fair. Yeah, one or more creatures. Ugh. Text I hate to see. Illidanre's tempting too here, since I have the hoof. Oh my god, you're all legendaries. I might end up channeling Takenuma. Oh, are you looking at the price of the cards from Jumpstart? So this is kind of wild. The price of almost all of the cards on the secondary market for the Jumpstart Legends, for Jumpstart Foundations or J25, is crazy high right now. They're all like that. Nice, that's a land, so it'll get them double landfall. So they have 3 mana. Oh, they're not using that mana. They used it for white. I mean, part of it is that, so today I'm recording on Friday, the 15th. Today is when that set officially comes out. So anything you see before this exact moment is pre-sales. Yeah, okay. Don't mind me. R.I.P. Lathril. Lathril was just a distraction. It's really about the hoof. Assuming my board is still alive next turn. Yeah, so like there's this odd situation. Oh my god, that's gonna get them like 8 mana off the Cobra. Maybe more, depending on what kind of land they get. There's this odd situation where people look at pre-order prices of cards, which means that they're not really seeing what they'll be able to buy the singles at maybe 2 weeks after release. Some of them are going to stay high, But a lot of them, I think, will even out. Lathril's just the friends they made along the way. Yeah, Dionysus, this is an uncommon, by the way, so I think it's in every elf-themed pack, because it's an uncommon. Don't quote me on that. I haven't looked at the pack, like, contents yet. It'll be pretty good. Ooh, okay. Double Gear Hulk. Probably hitting Glissa and Dionysus. They gain a lot of life off this, too. Uh-oh. Can Uro come out? They have tons of mana, right? Looking at the potential permanents in my graveyard. They sure are. I'm gonna play Dwinnen's Elite. And go for the triple tap. Yeah. It's a hoof. I have enough mana for the Frailes. Use it to untap Eladamri. And swing in. Go for it, kids! It's not quite lethal if they block a lot. But it's still a lot of damage. Yeah, I'm swinging in with a total of 25, 35 damage. So it's definitely preventable. Yeah, they don't have enough to escape Uro, though. Okay, yep. It kills all three of them anyway. They go to 12, and I am left with a couple creatures in play, and Frailes. Yarok returns. They have enough cards in graveyard now to escape Uro. And now we'll draw them 2 cards, gain them 6 life, and put up to 2 lands into play. Look at how high that life total has stayed. You're wild. You're wild, that's what you are. I could just grab an elf. I could turn Shifting Woodlands into a Glissa. I'm gonna minus, seek an elf. Ooh, Tyvar! That's a fun one. Or do I want Circle of Dream Druid so I can, like, spit out tons of creatures in a turn? Just like Lathril because she's my commander. That's not a good enough reason. Tyvar has the ability to pump up the board. And also indestructible. Hi, Tatiova. Landfall will draw them 2 cards and gain them 2 life. Yeah, stop gaining life, Yarok! You stop gaining life? Uh-oh. There's 2 of them now, and one of them flies. Okay. I'll block with Tyvar. I'll use his ability. And then I'll use his other ability. To tap, I don't know, Elf Warrior. He's so strong. This is a ridiculous 3-drop. Okay, you're indestructible. I'm indestructible. If only I had my hoof back. I can technically get it back, but not in the way that matters. Alright, I can destroy and pump up here. If I just go ahead and blast, I'll pay 3 life. Fake Yarok. And then I'm be giving +4/+4 across the board. It's not enough. I'm gonna seek an elf. I'm just gonna commit everybody I can onto this board. By the way, we have multiple Craterhoof type cards in the deck. We have Craterhoof Behemoth, but I'm also running Endrace Forerunners, Finale of Devastation, and the Phyrexian Nissa. That's a problem. Everything goes back into my hand. I'm not wide enough to get just like Lathril's activation, but that's very rare to happen. It's one of those things where in a normal game of Commander, where you have 4 players, many different people to attack, that's much more possible than it is here. Oh my gosh, and they're back up to 38. The ability for them to rebuild is just so huge. My extra large elf. My other elf! Oh no! Tragedy. What else do you have in hand? Can I see? Alright, so there's no chance I could be able to do anything here. I will make them discard their Cyclonic Rift. I will once again play some creatures. Gotta get your dailies done, right? Gotta have them. And then they will attack in, and we will die. I've rebuilt as best as I could. Come at me, bro. They could take him hostage. They could do it all. I don't have a way to win here. Good game. Isshin, 2 heavens as 1. As their creatures attack, their abilities get doubled. I have an elf. I have some just nice removal. I have some ramp here. This doesn't seem like a bad hand, though it is a little awkward since 2 of my lands are these MDFCs. I'll pop down a Narnum Renegade. Hey, Isshin. Ooh, Isshin can run the new Alacia card. Oh, I guess that one's not on attack. It's a raid trigger. Oh, it has it on attack, though. I think it's like whenever she attacks, she gets a +1/+1 counter. Okay, so yeah, you could run that in Isshin deck. That's pretty cool. I was thinking like, ooh, Isshin could be fun to revisit. Elf. Elf! Keep on elfing! Sutina is also a new card for elf decks. Hi, Winota. She's good. Too good. Wait. I'm bolting this in. Manually tapping. Swing in. I'm not going to put a land back in hand. Get my damage in, and then exile Solar Transformer. haven't seen this Isshin art before? Yeah, it was one of the alt arts from Kamigawa. There were samurai alt arts and ninja alt arts that were both really cool. Hello, Captain Lannery. Yeah, a nerfed Winota to me is still too scary. I know that that's like a little heavy on the trigger finger, but I know that I'm scared for a reason. So something that's very fun with Satina in this deck is being able to recur these as spells. So like I could use this for mana, put it back in my hand, and then use it as a kill spell next turn. You love Winota? I'm just scared of her. Also, she's bigger than my creatures. This makes 2 treasures and can get up to 4 additional power. Ooh, an Urborg Scavenger. Who are you munching out of the graveyard? My haywire, mate. Oh, man. Alright. I think I have to do this in like a kind of weird ordering way. Yeah. I need to tap it for the mana. Return it to my hand. Because I only have one black source. Buff up Satina. And cast Elder Profane on Isshin. There we go. May I offer you a trade in these trying times? Lathril will make me a couple homies. Oh, I guess I should have played the War Master first, so I would have gotten one more Elf Warrior. It's value. Isn't that cool, though? That's the first time I got to do that with Satina. Skyclave Apparition can take out this, or this. Choices. Hey, Ben! Thank you for the 77-month resub. It is a good, big, lucky number. Yeah, sorry. Now my Elvish War Master is gone forever. Nah, I'm just gonna double block that. You cut that out. Finale of Devastation, X equals 4. There are some pretty sweet elves I could grab off that. Or I could save it. I'm going to play Marwyn and attack with both of these. Mm-hmm. Ooh, clamming shaman. And Mr. Robert of the Rich. They will be robbing me twice since I have one card in hand. Aw, Desragoth, thank you for the sub as well. Okay, that was a land and... Oh, wow. 2 lands. Thank you so much for exiling those lands off the top of my deck. That was very cash money of you. One, 2... This equals 6 now. I was thinking about grabbing the untapping elf. I think that's what I want next turn. Wait, would it have been lethal here? I think it might have been lethal. No, wait. We're fine. Lelia's going to be exiling things on attack, giving them an impulse draw. They're leaving back blockers, too. Could you do Lathril Voltron? So I think Lathril Voltron has the problem of Lathril costs 4 mana and doesn't protect herself. Oh, that's a Ruinous Ultimatum. I don't think they can cast it this turn, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, no. Also, this is, like, not the right mana for it. Maximum Fixin'. Oh, hey, Glissa. I mean, I like you. Yeah, I think if Lathril... Because, like, I built a Glissa Voltron deck once. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I could go for 7, but I don't think I have any, like, finishers at 7. I think it's best to go for 4. I was thinking Dynus. Tyro is also fun. Eldonry lets me go deeper. Where are you, Dynus? Big are you? Not very big. You're the only one who doesn't get buffed. But this is a great way for me to stop some attack and damage, assuming I can block at all. But I have 4 blockers, potentially. Yeah, oh, Voltron, what does it mean? It's where you buff up a single creature, usually using auras and equipments, to make it as strong as it can be to get more out of its ability. And I think that that works a lot better in EDH. I think Lathril in general is a lot better for EDH than it is for Brawl. Because the 1v1 environment, Lathril's lack of protection means that people are going to be killing Lathril. And they should be killing Lathril. Her ability is not one you should really expect to get triggered very often, because people are going to be targeting her. They know it's strong. And you can go for her other ability, which is pretty much sit on the back line and wait until you have enough elves. But that's also in a format where people are playing very aggressively, forcing you to block. You're playing elves, you want to be attacking. It's not going to happen that often. That's not to say that Lathril's not good, because she's going to force people to kill her. It's like, yeah, you have to kill me. Alright, Lelia found an Honored Crafton and a Bellows Breath Ogre, and neither of those are going to be what they need to take us out. GG, Isshin. Omnath, Locus of the Royal. Enters the battlefield, deals damage based on the number of elementals you have, and then starts drawing cards and buffing up those elementals. I have turn 1 ramp, which makes me happy. Here's an Elvish Mystic. One of the things that's weird about this deck is the desire to only play elf-based ramp, even though there are so many other good pieces of ramp, and this is a 4-mana commander. I feel like there's probably a good balance to be struck between those, and I'm not sure what it is. I am going to kill their Narcomancer, since that discount is scary, and also it would allow them to kill my Elvish Mystic next turn. I did have a way to make the Elvish Mystic a little stronger, but it didn't give me a double spell, so I was a lot more hesitant to do it. Oh, carry the Tid. There's 3 Tree City. We name Elves. Tapping you for mana, and then untapping you. If I'd like to maximize the number of elf, Gwyn's Elite. If I want to just set up for more mana, Incubation Druid. Because this is a perpetual +1/+1 and not a +1/+1 counter, this does not currently have its buff, so it only taps for 1 mana, but it's still nice. And this is part of what I'm hoping for. Use Tyvar to put a counter onto Incubation Druid. Oh, they just took an extra turn. So Temporal Manipulation is another extra turn spell that is recurable from the graveyard. I wish they didn't add it, but it was on the special guest for Foundation, so here it is. Roaring Furnace are going to take out Incubation Druid, and they are still left with 3 mana on the board. And there goes my cool Tyvar plan. Ah, dang it. Lathril. I could buff up Lathril. I'm planning on doing it next turn. For now, I'm just going to go wider. Oh, but wait. Are they going to kill the Elvish Mystic? They didn't. Okay. They could have, like, a burn spell. Even Lightning Bolt kills Lathril. Oh, actually, they're just going to turn everybody into a frog. They aren't even elves anymore. They're just frogs. That means Tyvar, by the way, will not be buffing when they attack. Will not give them Death Touch. Who do you pop for one? Okay, stopping me from using the -6 ability. I'm going to use the minus here to seek enough. Oh, look at how sad my 3-tree city is. Oh, no. Try to get this Marwyn down. Oh, is it not resolving? Oh, I don't like that. Uh-oh. It's a counter spell. They're gonna unlock their steamy sauna. They have 3 mana since this taps for extra. Oh, hey, other Tyvar. They're not elves! It's so sad they're not elves! Oh, my typal. Minus, seek an elf. That's an elf! We love those. I should kind of like going for more planeswalkers here. We got elves, 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 and elves. Omnath will start drawing cards, win 1 more land. Oh, hi, Loot. Loot will also be getting them 1 card in exile for creature and 1 for enchantment right now. To start their next turn. I will seek an elf card. Elvish Warmaster. Nice. We start with the Warmaster. Then go for Tyvar. That gets me an additional elf. I'm gonna decide if I want to buff one of these up or if I'm just swinging with them anyway. Here. We tap it for mana to get the buff from Tyvar. Give you Death Touch. They will get Death Touch, by the way, attacking in any way. At least I have tons of mana. And I will swing in with Elf Warrior Token. I did not frogify these. They frogified them. So the cards that I think are probably going to happen, unfortunately to me, are like River's Rebuke and stuff, Cyclonic Rifts. Hey, you know what? You should use that Reclamation Sage to free my commander. Do it for a bud. Do it for a bro. Do it for a friend. Okay, or not. Elf Warrior Token, save me! Yeah, just be a homie. Omnath is drawing cards. Omnath needs to die. If they die, they just play him again. Oh, hey, Awake in the Woods. That's 7 more lands, which is 7 more mana. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Here, check this out. Bam. Yeah, that's right. Jealous? I'm just trying to make it so... Stop. Please stop. It was not fine? I suppose not. Mm-hmm. 10 cards in hand, but an infinite hand size, and 7 mana still. Hi, Tyvar. Mm-hmm. They're, I think they might have just like an overwhelming number of cards in their hand, trying to pick out what they want to do. You gonna kill my Elvish War Master? It's okay. I understand if you do. Omnath? What are you doing? Alright, they're killing War Master and Freyalise. Taking up my card advantage, probably a good idea. Oh my god, an Elvish Mystic! I wish I had an Elvish Mystic. I just have a frog. Come here. Come here, Omnath! Let me die upon your blade! They're not interested. Tap. Activate. Skemfar Avenger. I don't need the extra mana there. Untap. I could swing in and do this. But it does so little. I feel like if they can't win this turn with this many cards in hand, that's its own issue. Oh, I'm being told that there's a disconnection on my stream? That's so weird. There's no disconnections on my end. I'm recording, no frames are dropped. Weird. Oh, it was Twitch that pooped the bed. Okay. Thanks, Twitch. While I wait for my opponent to take their minigame actions. Cool. Hey, Overlord of the Hauntwoods. You sure are lands. That'll draw them a card. And I guess float them a mana, and get them a treasure, and gain them a life. the doubling season. Doubling season? There's a stump stomp on top. Omnath is getting obscenely large. They've drawn the stomp. There's a prime time and a bramble familiar and a bunch of other stuff. That'll get recovery. Oh, great. That lets them get their temporal manipulation back. Or, if they just want tonzo mana and lands, Awaken the Woods back. Can you kill one of these? This one specifically? Alright, I'm going to make my Skemfar Avenger indestructible because it says whenever another elf or berserker I control dies. Dang, you absorbed a big hit! Where's my Reclamation Sage? I don't know. She's busy. Alright, they go for the extra turn. And I just have to keep waiting through it. They have yet to present lethal. We're just in this, like, horrible situation where I'm like... I don't know, this happens sometimes. It feels like you're, like, held hostage by, like, finish the turn. I believe in you. Playing a bramble. They're getting value is what they're getting. They're getting more cards, and eventually, maybe one of those cards... Alright, so that will be, I think, their win con here. Mass Manipulation. They have enough mana. They also have a Doppelgang. They have enough mana that they can take everything. With Doppelgang, they could either crash the game or make pseudo-infinite mana enough so that they can finish me off with this. So I will say, that's game. And concede. Linvala, Shield of Seagate. This is a party commander, and we like to party here. Linvala is also able to give either Hexproof or Indestructible to all of your creatures, but you have to sacrifice her to do so. I don't have any ramp here. I have the Thorn Lieutenant Perfect and Tyvar. Like this a little more. We got that very good new art of Llanowar Elves. Very good new art. I'll probably be leading with Thoughtseize, though, because I don't have anything to do on turn 3. If I have, or turn 2 with 3 mana. Mana Confluence. That seems painful. Okay, well, this changes things. Since I got a 2-drop, I'll be playing the Llanowar Elf here, so I can go Incubation Druid into Thoughtseize. No, I should technically play the Thoughtseize first. That's for responsible gamers. No! No River's Rebukes! Heraldic Banner, making their white creatures bigger. By the way, party, this is a party creature. It's a cleric. That's a wizard. Allosaurus Shepherd. Yeah. Gain your life, Soul Warden. I'm trying to remember what the full party thing is. Choose target non-land permanent opponent controls. It can't attack or block. Activated abilities can't be activated. Okay. So right now they have half of a party. They have a cleric and a wizard. Come on. Make me happy for 1 green. Thank you. I'm gonna buff up all my elves. I'll swing in with Lathril. I will offer a trade of my commander for your commander. They don't take it, we go wide. We now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 elves. Takes 10 to use Lathril's ability, but I think for the most part, you don't really do that unless you're just in a stalemate with your opponent. I think it's a lot more likely that we go for, like, Enraged Forerunners, since I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Voltstorm Angel. Cool, they can buff up all of their creatures. Or give something Vigilance or Lifelink. don't like that you're attacking with these. How'd you attack with that? Maybe this is them giving up? It's them giving up. Fair. Okay, well, at least Lathril got to hit. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. Lathril herself did not do that much as I expected, but she got killed a lot and let me do things with all of my other elves. I would say the actual all-star in this deck is Dionysus and Tyvar. They both really overperformed in this video, and I was really happy to have a chance to get to play both of them. So shout out to some of the new cards that have been added to Elves. Elves, especially with access to black, even gives you a bit of extra spot removal. Some hand attacks, some kill spells. I'm really not running that many in this deck, but it is nice to have access to that, which you might not otherwise have in green. Green is good at maybe exiling and destroying artifacts and enchantments and fighting things, but the elves aren't that good at fighting unless they're swarming en masse. If you're looking for the deck list, by the way, it's in the description of the video. And if you'd like to suggest a commander, especially one from Jumpstart Foundations or the Starter Collection, please let me know. There's a lot of new cards that just got added to Arena, and I'm doing my best to brew them all. Thank you so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.